we began in we opened in May of 1988. It took us 3 years to get it open. It was an old post office, hence the name. And when we took it over, we came in and our feet went through the floor. It was full of termites, so we had to rebuild. But we saved as much of the old stuff as possible. And our idea was to develop a remembrance of the good old days of the food that was served and tried to make it a successful commercial venture against high odds, and I think we may have pulled it off. What I've done today for you is kind of a sampler of low country food, things that are based on the waterways, the creeks that are right outside the building that you may have seen on the way in. We've got a traditional crab cake made from the local blue crabs, some shrimp on a small pool of grits. I've got a heirloom tomato slice that I put the crab cake on, a very fresh flounder that we quick fried and put a very nice tomato jalapeno, just a reduction over. This is the food of the low country planters, not the bacon and rice aristocracy. It's peasant food. It's time honored, and that's what we reflected with you today. Some fresh vegetables that reflect this time of year. We tried to keep as much of the original things as we could. The mailboxes out front, the little individual interior post office boxes, we managed to get through a lot of red tape. We managed to secure those. Things to hold on. This was a traditional meeting place and had been forever. And we wanted some of the older people that met and read their mail here for decades and decades to remember their old numbers and be able to come in and see them and stuff like that. So we kept as much as we could. And luckily it stayed here. So.
More than welcome to come to the Ruby Seahorse. We're open 7 days a week, June, July, and August. We do a great family dining of salads, sandwiches, and wonderful burgers. Our specialty dish here at the Ruby Seahorse is the original Dairy Bar Pimento Cheeseburger with fries and slaw.
Well, we bought the Sea Cow about 5 years ago from an operator who had opened it. This is actually its 10th anniversary. And I think they might have been at the bar late one night coming up with a name because we can't figure out how otherwise they would have named it. Today, there was a combination of things. We offered an omelet. Our famous grits are done with some heavy cream. Pancakes, applesauce, cinnamon, a little brown sugar just to make them even more healthy. And a biscuit and some fresh fruit and sliced tomatoes to go along with it. We were residents of Greenville, South Carolina for over 20 years, starting at Furman and staying. I'm an old Florida boy who moved north. And we vacationed down here for a week, decided we loved it, sold the house, quit the job, and moved. Edisto offers a tranquility you can't find anywhere else these days. The slower pace, Edislow, a lot of people say, offers you the opportunity to just wind down. Being able to sit in your back porch, see eagles go by, deers run through the marsh. It's just an incredible experience.
Welcome to the Sea Cow.
Thanks, Roadshow, for coming down.